Alright. We got another game for you today, and this one is not about Green, who is playing as the Dravidians, nor Blue, who is playing as the Magyars. This game is all about Red. And hello, my name is Yellow. I think they're going to go for a amazing land wall strategy. Now, they were talking a whole bunch of trash about this particular game in the Discord, so I felt like it was my sole I was gonna say that wall seemed a little bit longer than it needed to be. That's absolutely hilarious. Needed a house and then actually came back to fix it up. Only one layer of wall. I will say I love how well they coordinated this together and built half of it each. Red sending 2 villagers forward and yellow only sending 1 villager forward. There are several layers behind, and it looks like green and blue want to be very, very aggressive. We are going to slow this down just a little bit as a tower is coming forward. I was going to say Dravidians as well as Magyars seem like 2 civilizations that want to be very, very aggressive, and I would not be surprised if they are actually able to push through over here. There's only 1 house separating them. And if they garrison those villagers in there, they could really get some extra damage done on that tower, but they are not doing so. I think that's a huge mistake. This allows for the re-wall from Chunky Magnets as well as Kaiser Franz Josef Please No Rush. We're just going to call him Please No Rush. Actually, I think it's Boris from the Discord, but I'm not 100%, so we're just going to call him Please No Rush. And now it looks like everything is stabilized and is completely fine once more. Once you get to feudal age, you can simply put some stone walls behind, and that would be quite kind. That being said, there's some palisades here that are still very, very weak. I'm surprised that green as well as blue didn't push harder to try and get this open. They should expect that if they've walled off so far forward, that they would just simply add additional walls behind. They're not even walking forward themselves. I mean, you got a boom. You got a boom. I know that there's other things going on right now. Okay, he noticed. He actually noticed. That is amazing. I wonder if there's any weak villagers that you could potentially snipe. It doesn't look like there's anything really, really good over here that you could snipe. This scout also has been chilling here for quite the hot second. Now the stone wall is coming behind. Really needs the stone wall behind that house, as well as the blacksmith and barracks. And the reason that you need to make those stone walls behind is because those buildings have significantly less HP. Like right now, if he targeted the barracks, would be quite bad news, especially with the archers behind. Everybody's reaching castle age. Castles are being constructed. Oh, the conversion and then the insta-death over there. Is he going to get another one? Now, one thing that you can do is you can convert one unit and then move to another. No way he survives here, right? He survives! And the Red Scout is just like, oh. Absolutely majestic. Forward monastery. I disagree. I think you gotta bring that monastery back. That way, if they do push on you, you can actually have those relics still, whereas now it's quite destroyable. Should actually pick up all of them. That's a lot of additional gold that Chunky Magnets could be getting. I guess he's really focused on trying to convert as many archers and being as annoying as possible. But he's wasting gold, and blue is wasting an opportunity to get. Oh my god, he converted the scout and is actually almost going to take down the ram. That is hilarious. They are healing up the villagers that are constructing the wall. And this is what I was saying earlier. You need to get walls behind that barracks, because if they do decide to push, I said doo-doo. If they do decide to push, that barracks is going to be the weak point in the wall. Cav archer as well as archer converted over here. Can't go anywhere. Sorry. Oh no. Oh, that was brutalage. Absolutely brutal. He's just going for monk defense. This is definitely a new variant that I hadn't seen before. Fortified wall coming in for both players. I normally like having just one player getting fortified wall and doing all of the walling work, but hey, to each their own. The nice conversion now taken down. Cav archers. I didn't even notice that he got another conversion. Taking down the tower. That's hilarious. And he's actually going to push in with their units on them. If I had to deal with this and I knew that there was a whole bunch of stoof going on in the middle with monks and walls and that kind of nonsense, I would start chopping. I'm surprised that blue and green have not followed that. I know that blue only just got to Imperial Age, but that should be your top concern. Chunky Magnus, however, walling off, placing bombard towers to make sure that the chop is not occurring. And there is a chop going on. Ooh, that's a very, very early chop. However, I do not like where they chopped from. I think if you chop from the middle and then chop around, just chop around. Just chop around. Also, there's no military behind this chop once, however. Can he actually see that? Oh, yeah, he can see. He can see. And he's ready. He's ready with bombard cannons. Portuguese bombard cannons actually benefit from ballistics, not chopping fast enough. Although with that being said, I don't think these bombards can actually reach. If he just continues to go straight, he'll be out of range of those towers. And that's why we normally actually do the chopping for them and then wall behind. That way it's kind of like a double whammy. They just encounter a wall. Nice decision making from blue and green in this one. Just so that you guys know, this game is played at around 1200 to 1100 elo, team game elo. Might not be the most effective strategy, especially at higher elos, to go for a full turtle strategy. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, is it fun. Okay, so they just opted to go for walls at the very back with bombard towers that are eventually going to snipe them down. The only problem is if this gets broken, they're right into their trade. If they can actually manage to chop around, I guess there's not a whole bunch of trade going on, is there? It's a little bit further back. There should be another layer of wall behind. He is chopping around though. He's telling, no rush please. Please, come and save me. In the stone walls, the bombard towers. Attack on the front now. Petards. They're petarding. They're petarding the opposite way. That's hilarious. Oh, that's not going to live. Oh my god. That one hussar got so much value. But at least they took down the castle, right? There's always an upside. There's always an upside. Okay, we can't chop that down way. Let's chop over this way. I'm really sad that green and blue aren't chatting to one another. I think that would add another level of fun to it. I don't think either squad is willing to give up. That's a lot of army they have on the front, but they really need more siege behind. Chopping all around. Chopping all around us. No. It's not a bad idea. Especially if you can connect that with that, but he doesn't, and there's still two trees in the way, so it's going to need another onager in order to get through. Kachu. Now it's just bombard cannons versus trebs. It does get through over here, but there's wall everywhere that I can see. Chopping into the chop to potentially drop down walls? Is that the idea there? I have no idea. The flaming camels really add to this strategy so much. I know they're a suicide unit, but they can do some serious work on your opponents. I think that's what the idea was, is to chop in here to then wall off over here so that they can't get that last little chopski out. Oh, or are they going to go all the way across now in both directions? Yes, they are now going to set up the I've said a lot like a pirate. And that's what I was saying before. Look at this. There's actually logic behind the madness in making that backwards monastery. Because in the midst of battle, when you're doing 75 million things, the last thing that you want to be doing is worrying about your relics not being safe. And that's a lot of resources that Chunky now does not have access to. I believe it's the same as one. Oof. These trebs are going to get taken down. Very slowly because they're archers, but they're still... I stand corrected. I know nothing of this game. Resources that you're not collecting. I believe it's equivalent to one person mining gold continuously. Running in over here to chop wood. That's hilarious. No, actually using an onager. That's so funny. Oh, no, wait. What? How? There's a hole there? I guess there is a one tile gap in between over here. Huh. I couldn't even see that with the pine trees. That is fantastic. I don't think Chunky is aware either. Yeah, now he's going to just wall that section off. Cav archers, duders, fighting on the left, chopping on the right. Villagers past. Oh my god, no! Oh no! Oh, and this guy, if he chops this tree, he's a goner. He's a goner, I tell ya. He just needs to chop one more tree and he's dead. That's all he's got. This is such an interesting scenario over here. There's a whole bunch of bombard cannons just trying to save this outward chop while Blue is chopping into that. Oh no! Oh god! Oh, the bombard cannons go down. Did he chop that tree? Oh, here he go. I was wrong. I was wrong again. Does need to chop significantly faster on this right side. What is Yellow doing at this point? I love the trebs forward. He's actually using his trebs actively on any military units that come forward. And this is where you start boring them into submission. Preferably you'd already have the wall off over here so that they could not get through. We had an absolutely amazing one, Simus and I, where we put them into a chokehold by means of chopping all the way to the edge and then chopping another section and then walling that off and then chopping another section and walling that off. I think that's kind of the dream of this strategy. Is not necessarily to push by conventional means, but doing exactly this by making these little alcoves in the woods to make it near impossible for your enemy to make any progress. You, well, bore them into submission or hold them into submission. Definitely needs a lot more flaming camels over here now that these Hussar are streaming through. And this chop around this gate could be absolutely devastating as well. I think Green could have done a little bit better job chopping here. If he is just chopped this way, then or literally just like right there, but not now because now he's gonna get shot by a bombard tower. Oh, the Hussar. Oh no! Loses the onager. This is another thing about flaming camels. Flaming camels actually do not have an aggressive stance. We have tried this a whole bunch of dang times. So you need to put them to aggressive stance. Otherwise they're just going to chill, or you need to obviously click them onto a unit. So grouping them up in a particular, did I just say particular? In a specific spot, and then putting them all to aggressive stance at the same time is very, very useful. I like the addition of the Elephantos. Those will do great against the bombard towers, not so great against the bombard cannons. Needs the Hussar to clean it up. Needs some trebs here as well, and really they have been put into submission. I love how they're still trying to actively chop more space around. If they can just take down those bombard towers by means of some rams, continual Magyar Hussar into flaming camel. I mean, look at these shots here. Oh, bye-bye, Hussar. Oh, God. It's so absolutely brutal as Green is just seeking for a way into Chunky, and please no rushes eco. Not doing a great job with the cutting either. You need to kind of like shift click and then two ahead, two ahead, two ahead. That seems to be the best way to not leave any gaps ever. And I think he's just going to run into additional towers. What can Chunky see over here? Oh, he has seen this long time ago. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? I know you're chopping. Time to go. I'm a bombard tower, yo. I'm a bombard tower. Oh, it's funny. They've actually completely taken over this area, and these bombard towers are now slightly more forwards than the bombard towers into the trade. I think this could definitely be a flip the table moment, as all of these Magyar Hussar are getting eaten alive by camels. I can't wait for these onagers to just take, oh, that one step. Oh no. The flaming cows. He doesn't even get the, oh god. I know the no one expects le flaming camel. Beautiful. That was a really good time. No one expects so lame opponents. Oh man, you got him good. Epic game. Oh, he's taking over the Poop Lord style. Lame, I am full of life. You don't like to play AoE? Oh man, they're getting riled up. They're getting super duper riley. They're getting so tilted that they can't just push into their base. That they have them in this headlock. They're not going to end them in any way. They're just going to hold them there. I'm making the hand motion of a wrestler holding his victim in his hand, just pinned down with the hand around the neck, slowly suffocating. Well, no, no, it wouldn't be suffocation. It would more be like having them tap out, just holding them there and petting their head. Yes, that's what this strategy is. It's like having them in a choke grip, but instead of choking them out, you just pet their head gently. You let them make the decision to tap out. Some additional bombard towers over here would be very, very useful. I wonder how many Vittorias Chunky has. Yeah, I think 6 is actually the perfect number. And if you're holding a whole bunch of res like Chunky is, you can just sell that food and wood and buy more stone. That's what I normally do. Let's take a look at the market prices real quick. Yeah, 300, and the food and wood price has basically been shot to all of heck. Not much going on in terms of food and gold. Today's report: 300 errors of disconnections, 200 errors of wall patching errors, 4 reports of griefing and free Berber villager rushes, and 1 guy complaining about not being able to load 1,000 town centers. Yep, that's what the devs are going to get. That was some breaking news from the Twitch chat, by the way. I hope we can have 100 ranked games just like this and actually start causing some server meltdowns or something in that nature. That would be hilarious to me. There's just all these super long, unnecessary games going on. This game has been going on for an hour and 40 in game. Now, given that that's only divided by 1.7, about an hour something. Let me see. 40 plus 60 minutes divided by 1.7. Yeah, about an hour. About an hour real time. Yellow really needs to put those camels to aggressive stance. That would really help. I love how there's not much going on the front. It's actually completely open over here. They could raid their wood. They could raid their bombards and all that good stuff. They've been too lazy to even wall their own base because they're so focused on pushing the unpushable. I think if this happens, just start banking up res, start making more military buildings, make really, really big pushes in unexpected areas. At this point, they expect you to push from this area, right? The camels are ready. The bombards are ready. If you look at the mini-map, you can actually see the flow of yellow units to the left. Why not now, if you're green and blue, get 200 rams with one player and 200 light cav or maybe some Magyar Hussar or whatever. Nice trade with you. Very fun game so far. This is why I love AoE. Oh, it's just complete tilt juice flowing. But why not push on this side, right? Why not just try and chop through over here? Also, if you have like 20 onagers, you can chop faster than a bombard tower can destroy all of your onagers. With 20 onagers, you can actually kind of one shot, maybe two shot, or even three shot a tower. MBD. You just need to watch out for those flaming camels, because if those flaming camels come in contact with your onagers, it's going to be a bad time. To bore you into submission strategy. I actually have to switch into skirmishers. That's hilarious. Looking for that ball of cavalry. What? Wait, what? Where are you going? Oh, he's... he's going right for the onagers. Oh, he forgot. Oh, F in the chat for that. Camel, pay your respects to that poor camel. More and more fortifications coming up as time goes on for the Portuguese player, becoming less and less pushable. How's your day going? I hope you're having a great day, because we're having a wonderful time playing Age of Empires. There's a hole. There's always a hole in the wall. That was disastrous. Having fun with friends and family. That is the most important thing, to be fair, that you can do, is to just have fun with friends and family. Yellow not having those camels on aggressive stance is really bothering me, by the way. This bombard throwing, also really bothering me. But at the same time, the resources are there for both sides. They can indefinitely push. There's two Hussar raiding the back E. Oh, they're dead. Oh, they're chopping on this side. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why only two? You need 20 to cut through. This is a flip the table moment. Right here. Right now. Oh, you realize? Oh, no, it's open. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh no. Oh. Why have you forsaken me? In your eyes forsaken me. Forsaken me. That is what green and blue are listening to. A song just as beautiful, just as horrifying, just as mind-numbingly terrible. And at this point, I'm getting bored of casting this game, because the writing is on the wall. Blue and green are getting bored of playing against this. Attempt after attempt after attempt has been popped, has been stopped, and worse, it gets countered with additional gates, with additional bombard towers. Let's zoom out for a bit and just see how many bombard towers are present. 89 bombard towers and counting. That's a lot of bombard towers, to be fair. There's this nice big open area in which they can fight. Ooh, that's a decent amount of bombards that are in range of bye-bye. I guess they took down one. As they get shot by like 3 additional. Oh, mass petards! Mass petards! Let's go! Petards versus camels! The new meta! New meta! Let's go! Get through! Come on! We can do it! There's still more petards! Come on! Oh, it didn't get through all of the walls, and there's still woods behind us. Oh. Oh no. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Ruh-roh. Oh my goodness me. The amount of bombards those petards actually ran. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one. Round 2. Fight. I think this is actually the more fortified position over here. I like how he's sucking it up with the champions. The champions should definitely be in the front over here. Just running right past that. Keep going. Keep going. The cost of a petard, I think, was worth... The cost of losing all those petards on that one tower is probably more... What? What?
You didn't see?
No?
No!
What's the side spot from?
No!
Just for that.
I don't want! Don't want anymore!
No, I don't want any more either.
She was she lost the two parts. I gave it to her.
Mm-hmm.
She was there has a gap between coffee table and TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was like, look, past her.
Wow, nice little spin she did, huh? My poor daughter got double injured today. She had a bump at the kindergarten. I don't even have to continue that story. She had a bump at the kindergarten, and she just got another bump at home. I don't know, maybe she's just a little tired today or something in that nature, but double bumping. I always worry about my kids, especially when I drop them off at kindergarten, because then it's out of my control. I know my wife does a very, very good job watching them, but even with your significant other, sometimes accidents occur, and an accident definitely occurred here for blue and green. Very nice. Let's take a quick look at the statistics over here. 887 kills versus, oh my goodness, least amount normally for the Victoria player, but no. That means that the society numbers of green probably were not all that high. Trade units, 28. Max villagers, only 113. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now, red obviously has a lot more in terms of Victoria. He has about 120 pop invested into those Victoria, in addition to the 28 villagers and the 18 trade units. And with that, don't let your memes. Yes, big dreams. Keep on walking. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my. That is a lot of bombard cannons. Sorry, towers. Only 31.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
One does not simply walk into Mordor. Memes, and dreams. Poopler out.